What if the world's most powerful nation rebukes another? Welcome to our analysis of the recent US rebukes. In the grand chessboard of international relations, the concept of rebukes often serves as a powerful tool. Rebukes, in essence, are formal expressions of sharp disapproval or criticism. They can be wielded by any nation, but when it comes from a global powerhouse like the United States, they carry significant weight. The US, with its political, economic and military might, has long been a cornerstone of global stability, or instability, depending on one's perspective. As such, when the US rebukes a nation, it echoes around the world. It's not just a slap on the wrist, it's a statement, a message to the world and a signal of potential actions to come. Now let's bring this concept to life. We're about to discuss a recent real-world example where the United States has issued a rebuke, but we're not revealing the recipient of this rebuke just yet. With this backdrop, let's delve into the specific case of the US rebuking Iran. It all started when tensions began to rise as Iran launched strikes in Iraq. A series of events unfolded, painting a picture of a world where diplomatic relations are strained and the spectre of conflict looms large. The strikes, launched by Iran in Iraq, came as a surprise to many. A sudden and forceful move that sent ripples through the international community. The United States, a long-standing ally of Iraq, was quick to respond. The government expressed their stern disapproval of Iran's actions, issuing a strong rebuke. The reasons behind this rebuke were multifold. Primarily, it was a stand against the violation of Iraq's sovereignty. Furthermore, the US voiced concerns over the potential destabilization of the region and the risk posed to international peace and security. The reactions from Iran were equally resolute. They defended their actions, citing strategic and national security reasons. Yet this defense did little to quell the rising tensions. In fact, it only served to stoke the fires of conflict, with the world carefully watching each move and counter-move. The international community too had its share of reactions. Some nations sided with the US, echoing their concerns over regional stability and the respect for national boundaries. Others, however, were more cautious, preferring to advocate for dialogue and diplomacy over conflict. The stakes were high, the tensions palpable. The world watched as two nations, both wielding considerable influence, engaged in a dance of power and politics. Each move was scrutinized, each statement analyzed. The international community held its breath, hoping for a peaceful resolution but preparing for the possibility of escalation. This series of events has left the world on edge, wondering what the future holds. The aftermath of the US rebuke has been far-reaching and significant. In the immediate wake, tensions have heightened, with both nations displaying a show of force and determination. Yet, it's not just about these two nations. The ripples of this event have spread across the global stage, influencing diplomatic relations and international politics in unexpected ways. Consider the strain this has put on alliances. Countries allied with either the US or Iran are now in a delicate position, having to navigate the tempestuous waters of diplomacy without severing ties or escalating conflict. Let's not forget the potential economic impacts. With Iran being a key player in global oil production, any disruption can send shockwaves through the world economy. Furthermore, the rebuke has ignited discussions around international law and sovereignty, prompting debates about the extent and limitations of a country's reach in the global arena. It has sparked questions about the balance of power and whether this incident might tip the scales in a new direction. The full impact of the US rebuke is yet to be seen, but it's clear that this event has left a mark on international relations. The US rebuke of Iran is a complex and multifaceted issue. The tension between these two nations has been a series of escalating events, beginning with Iran's provocative strikes in Iraq. The US, in response, issued a stern rebuke, citing the violation of international norms and the threat to peace and security. The reasons given by the US were not taken lightly. They brought to light Iran's aggressive actions and the potential danger it poses to the stability of the region. This rebuke was meant to deter any further escalation and to signal to Iran the seriousness of their actions. The reactions from Iran and the international community varied. Iran, unsurprisingly, defended its actions, while the international community expressed concern over the rising tensions. The potential long-term impacts of this rebuke are yet to be seen, but the hope is for a de-escalation of tensions and a return to diplomatic negotiations. As we continue to monitor this evolving situation, we are reminded that in the world of international relations, every action has far-reaching consequences. Thank you for joining us in this analysis of the US rebukes.